let's talk about the Lexus LFA. Now, Lexus was a sub-brand of Toyota. It was basically a luxury brand that Toyota made for a premium audience. And they were basically rebadged versions of Toyota cars which had better material quality. Now, Lexus wasn't that famous a company, not as famous as Toyota, but they decided to change that one day. Now, I don't know the specific reasons behind why it happened, but one day Lexus decided to create a supercar. And they went and made a great one, the Lexus LFA. Now, I'm sure a lot of people were skeptical back then because Toyota was a mass production company specializing in family cars and sedans and all that. In that time, anyway. But they decided to go ahead and do it, and they came out with a great car, the Lexus LFA. It had a V10 engine, and it sounded incredible. I mean, they focused a lot on the sounds. They tuned it and engineered it in a way that it sounded beautiful, and the car handled great, and it was powerful, and every aspect it was a supercar. Against all expectation, Lexus managed to create a supercar that was great, and everyone loved it. Now, and it became iconic. Even today, people still love the LFA. They are fans of the LFA, even though no other car ever came out after that. No successor, nothing. Which begs the question, why did they just stop there? That's what I don't get. I mean, they made such a great car, and it was a good opportunity for them to move into the sports car or supercar world. And that's a hard place to get into, because there are already a lot of established brands there, and you have to nail a lot of things right to get in there, because these cars are expensive, and people gonna want to feel like their money's worth it. And they actually pulled it off. They made a fantastic car, but then they just let go of the opportunity. I don't understand why. I mean, it was a good chance for them to just convert the Lexus brand into a supercar brand. I mean, the premium SUVs on that much in demand. Then people buy them just as much as any other cars. But it's a golden opportunity, and they just let it go. I don't get it. They could have made cheaper cars. I mean, they already made one great car. They could just make trickle-down versions of them at cheaper price points. I mean, Toyota's a huge company which produces a lot of cars, so they obviously have the money and the R&D capabilities to make more cars. But they didn't. They just let it go. And people are still waiting for the LFA successor. They're still ready for it. But Toyota doesn't seem to be thinking about it at all. Now, recently there have been some rumors about an LFA successor coming out, which is a pure electric, but it's a pure electric. That's not what the people want. It's not for their supercars. They want an updated version of the LFA with a better design, a more powerful engine if possible, and honestly that's it. And they know it's a Toyota, so it's gonna last forever. That's another thing. It's probably the most reliable supercar. LFA is probably the most reliable supercar ever made. But yeah, they let go of a golden opportunity, and I don't understand why. I mean, the LFA is compared to serious supercars like Ferraris and Lambos, and that's a hard thing to do. And they didn't. And letting go of that opportunity seems like a real waste. And nowadays, Lexus is back to being known as the same old company, a premium Toyota. That's it. And Toyota's Toyota. Nothing really changed about that. But yeah, it was a golden opportunity that they missed, in my opinion. I mean, they could have made different versions of the LFA. They could have made trickle-down versions of sports cars like the LFA. I mean, they did make the LC cars, but they don't have the same feel. They're not. You don't feel like you're trying a budget supercar then. But then again, it's at that price point. But yeah, it was a shame that they missed out on that opportunity, in my opinion.